Today I'm fishing with the Wacky rig. 20-pound braid to 12-pound fluorocarbon leader, tied to a 3/0 octopus hook with an improved clinch knot. No weights or O-rings today. I'm just going to stick the hook right through the middle of a Gary Yamamoto 5-inch watermelon Senko. Wolf Lake, Indiana, 85 degrees Fahrenheit, a slight west wind. Cast it out, let it sit maybe 10 seconds, then I'm going to lift the rod. I got a strike as I was lifting the Senko off the bottom. First bass of the day. It's early June and the dog days of summer. Okay, new spot. I'm going to cast it out there and let it sit for maybe 10 seconds. Then I'm going to slowly lift the rod and reel it in as the Senko is falling. Felt a tap tap and set the hook. Usually bass will hit the Wacky rig as it's falling. That's bass number 2. Okay, on to another spot. I'm going to cast it out there and let it sit maybe 10 seconds. No bites on the initial cast, so I'm going to slowly lift the rod and reel in the slack while it's falling. Got another one as it's falling. After I feel the tap tap from the bite, I'll give the fish a couple seconds to put it in its mouth and then watch the line. Then when the line starts moving, I set the hook. You don't want to set the hook too soon because you could rip it out of its mouth, but you don't want to wait too long because you could gut hook the fish. Alright, hooked up pretty cleanly in the side of the mouth. A nice little Indiana largemouth bass. I saw a splash over here, so I'm going to cast on this side now. Letting it sit for about 10 seconds. Then I'm going to lift the rod. Got another one while I was lifting it off the bottom this time. That's largemouth bass number 4. I started fishing at about 4:30. I'm going to fish till sundown, about 8:30. Alright, new spot. Cast it out and wait a few seconds, then lift the rod and reel in the slack. Alright, I got a bite on the pause, set the hook, and I'm reeling it in. Well, that sucks, but that one got away. Back out there again, letting it sit, lifting the rod, and then reeling in the slack as it's falling, and then pausing. I let it sit for quite a bit, then I felt a tap tap and saw the line running, so I set the hook. Sweet, largemouth bass number 5. Ending the day on a catch. Nice.